y'all have questions, push them to the side, into the aisles. And my bouncers / ushers will be bringing them to us. I do have one I can start with that I already have. Is Troon leaving the village?
The answer to that is no.
Okay.
And
Asked and answered, and that's pretty much on every single page I got.
That's no with an exclamation point. And I think where that rumor started a month or two ago during the board retreat, obviously all the contracts were renewed, one as an annual basis and two to orientate the new board members. There is a clause in the contract between the POA and Troon that states after the second year, the contract becomes up for review, and at that point, either party can terminate the contract. Again, that's just some standard language in the contract. Vice President of Troon was in town about 2 weeks ago, along with our regional agronomist, who was actually here for a week, spending time with the superintendent, and our regional director of sales and marketing to spend time with us here at the facility. Obviously, that point was brought up, and at this stage, both parties, the POA and Troon, are happy and great partners, and as you can see through the marketing presentation, we're building for the future. So I think that rumor got started when I first heard it is after that board retreat when the clause was announced and there was a termination word that came out of that. So no, the answer to that is no.
Thank you. Fantastic. For those of you who've put more than one, like 5 or 10 questions on these sheets, I'm going to do one at a time, so you don't get all yours. You don't get your whole 10 questioned at the same time. Could we improve the edit cancel situation, the player identification part of the tea time? I don't know if we want to talk about that here.
Yeah, I think we took care of a lot of those issues in the last rollout, which was about 2 weeks ago, I think, maybe 3.
Let's just say who maybe.
Yeah, but we'll review that and send a note out on that. But I think that's already been addressed. And the call center and the at the administration office, the POA. To be honest, I haven't heard any complaints or any issues other than a couple questions on how to what button to hit, so to speak. So from my office, those comments and those complaints has gone down to 0.
So let's say if someone has questions about how it works, where are they supposed to be calling?
Call the Tea Time Central. We got a customer service staff that not only takes the tea times, but assists the residents and the members with their tea time reservations. Any questions there? So please call the office, and next time you make a tea time, everybody calls because the phones light up with tea times. But ask the questions of anything you need on a customer service side. The staff's there to assist.
Okay, here's another computer question that I'm going to put on that pile. Okay. Why can't we play fivesomes?
Speed of play issue on that. I can let Tom handle that one.
Excuse me?
I'll let Tom handle that one.
I got Grover's.
The bad cop?
I got one.
There you go. I got one. I had Grover's mic, so I couldn't. The answer to that question is we do allow fivesomes in the afternoons when it's slow. The mornings, the pace of play would be, we're very proud of our pace of play at 4 hours for most of the members around here, so we try to keep it at that. And the fivesomes do not help with that pace of play, but we do allow them in the afternoons when we're not busy.
Okay. Here's one. Is there a plan to replace trees on our golf courses as those that are currently dying? The memorial tree program exists, but placement of those trees doesn't seem to be being done with any strategic planning.
Is that a 2-part question?
You can answer whatever parts you want.
The first part, there is no plan to replace trees that are dying on the golf course. I don't know of any that are changing the design that Tom Clark had. If there is a change of a design, i.e. a dog leg or some type of a scenario where he designed the hole around a certain aspect, we'll take a look at that if that changes. I don't know of any that are dying, that are changing the holes. We also live in a forest with plenty of trees. The second part, I think, is the memorial trees. And please check with us again at the office for any memorial trees that you'd like to put out in memory of loved ones. As per the policy, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if the tree dies, it is the responsibility of the party that bought it to replace it.
Okay. This next one is another computer one, so that's going in that pile. Does the confidentiality of Troon's contract cause distrust among villagers? Why can't this be changed?
It is a confidential contract between the POA and Troon. That's done in an effort to protect all the other clients that Troon has. If someone wants to read the contract, they can come to the POA and sit with Linda. Yes, they do need to sign a confidentiality agreement, but that, as is all documents of the POA, is open for individual review, but that needs to be done in the office. Again, that's done. It's a standard language in the contracts. Again, all that does is protect other clients, so no one else knows what other clients are paying fees for.
I wanted to reiterate this because a lot of people have said this to me and asked me this question, and I always say, this really isn't about you. It's actually about Troon and their other clients, because we basically picked our own contract, so to speak, and what we wanted from Troon and vice versa, and which may change in the future. You might want more from them, but it's not a cookie cutter situation with every client. So we don't want that information out there, and neither does Troon.
Correct.
Yeah. So. Why don't we have a woman pro?
Tom can
Did you
answer
just
that one.
hear what someone said down here? We do. We have Mike.
I can't believe you said that.
This is a mean committee, I think.
I didn't say that, Mike, so. Because none of applied.
Because none of them applied? Let me ask you a question. If there was someone who knew of a pro that wanted to bring them to get a lesson here, what should they do? How should they contact you, and what arrangements would you make with them?
Well, unfortunately, that's not allowed per the POA bylaws, rules and regulations of the golf course.
Okay.
There is a statement in the rules and regulations. Unfortunately, I do abide by the rules and regulations that states that lessons are provided to our residents and members by one of two individuals, a PGA professional on staff or a PGA professional that is entered into a independent contractor relationship with the POA.
Okay.
And again, that's just the rules and regulations of the club that I manage by.
And if someone should want to become an independent contractor at the club, they should contact you.
They'd contact the POA.
Okay. Why are the golf carts not under control of, why are the golf carts not under control of the golf department? Are they?
Yes, they are.
They are
Well, I
under
don't know that
control of the
question.
golf department. Why can't we buy a certain type of rakes?
Yeah, I don't know what the certain type is
Okay.
on that one.
I want to have you look through it on this one. Can any of the golf courses support itself? How much are they losing?
That's actually in the finances on the POA website.
This should go to Leslie.
Yes.
Does PATE pay to use the space at Magellan where they are servicing golf carts? I don't know what PATE. Okay.
What was the question again?
Does pay to use the space at Magellan where they are servicing golf carts?
Oh, do they pay? No, that's a service that is provided to our members.
Since courses run out of ball coins and you have spent so much money buying more coins, why don't you knock the price of a round down $2 and forget about handing out coins?
Well, that's a good question. Again, it's a business model that we're using to drive revenue to the POA. Yes, the rate all went up, all got changed with the flex pricing module. Part of that price increase, obviously, is not nickel and diming the members when they come to play golf, and range rolls are free. What I can say, and if you look again at your financials on the website that Leslie and her team puts out every month, the revenue in the golf department is hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars over what it was last year, due to a lot of factors. Obviously, one is more rounds being played. Two, yes, higher rates, and the cost of a little token definitely offsets the hundreds of thousands of dollars that the golf department is generating for the POA.
I have a question that has 4 parts to it, and it has to do with plans for at DeSoto with the 19th hole, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm not going to have you answer that here today. So, take with me. That's be several different people answering that question. Better maintenance care of Magellan and DeSoto greens in reference to verticutting and sanding frequency. Is there a question in there?
Yeah, I don't. Can you repeat that again? I don't know if there's a question. For softer, better putting greens, verticutting should include double cutting, meaning each direction. Clay bases, greens at DeSoto. I think these are statements. I'm trying to find a question. I'm going to take this and give it to Ray so that you can look them over and see if... Okay. There was no question on that card. Apologize. How much did the 18 holes recording cost at Springs Village, and did Troon pay for half of it? Oh, I got the Troon part. What was the first half?
How much did the 18 holes recording?
The Natalie Galbus.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. The television show that came out, that cost us $10,000. And with that, we've got 3 shows, 18 holes with Jimmy Hanlon, and 2 swing tip with Jimmy Hanlon, featuring our host professional and our lady professional. So we got 3 shows. The first week that it was aired, when it debuted, it was shown 43 times throughout the country through Fox Sports regional networks. It's now in replay with that, so it's all over the board on the replays. The cost of that show is $10,000. And with that, they produced 2 30-second television commercials, and we have the first TV commercial, 30-second TV commercial, and the last commercial during those 30-minute shows. So again, that is literally peanuts when you're looking at national aired television shows and nationally aired 30-second commercials. The reason why it was very, very, very reasonable and offered to us, Natalie happened to be in, I think it was Rogers, at a Walmart charity event. Walmart is, I think, one of her sponsors, so she was in the state. Obviously, she was here, so that travel cost was not incurred. The production team was somewhere in the area as well. They have not done a feature. The show's been going on for 10 years, believe it or not. They have not shown a golf course in Arkansas. With our business model of, again, one destination with 8 golf clubs and our marketing with Troon, the word is out that we got some great golf for Arkansas and Hot Springs Village. So again, everything came together. The weather was not perfect as far as our dormancy. They took that into consideration when they charged accordingly. But again, a great, great piece of marketing for literally almost nothing.
It's very well done. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it.
Thank you. It was very impressive.
Really sold the village. Very
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Troon did not pay for any of that. That was all Hot Springs Village.
Okay. I have
Hey,
two.
can we get a show of hands on who all has seen any one of the 3? Not many. Well, and I think also what's happening is within the village, because we tried to do an e-blast on when it was shown and the air times, and then after the email went out, I realized there's more than one Fox Sports station in the village, depending on what satellite or what cable you got coming to your house. So that kind of didn't help us in the marketing of it. But it is, check your Fox Sports, go out, do all your DVR stuff or whatever. Check it out. They're in reruns. Now, it's obviously not prime time now, but please. They did a very, very nice job showcasing the village. Obviously, it's a golf show. A lot of B-roll and a lot of commercials is all the lifestyle and real estate we have in Hot Springs Village. Very, very well done.
Okay, just want to say it's 8:01. Do you want to continue for another 10 minutes with the questions? Okay. I have 2 very long questions here, but there are more suggestions, and he knows who he is that gave these to us. This is, it has to do with marketing, etc., not just marketing. It had to do with Troon, but also which would be under David's wheelhouse. So I'm going to put these to the side because it will take more than one of you to answer this. Okay. Fairway grass, 4 inches high. A quarter inch high. What's the question?
Fairway, grassland in the fairway, would maybe be like a quarter-inch higher.
You'd like it a quarter inch higher.
Well, and that's a tough issue also. The majority of the golf courses are mowing them at a ½ inch. Okay. What happens is you got golf carts out there. And so no matter what you mow the fairways at, golf carts, and there's 4 wheels on each golf cart, obviously. Nope. Golf courses are maintained on a normal basis of a ½ inch in the fairways. But what occurs is everyone's using golf carts. Unfortunately, they're using more than 2 golf carts per foursome, and there's 4 wheels on each golf cart, obviously. So what happens is no matter what the height is, the grass is getting beat down. And obviously now it's the height of summer, and we're out of the rainy season. So again, I understand the comment about higher, fluffy lies, but unfortunately the amount of play that we're having and the amount of golf cart traffic on the golf courses beat it down.
Okay. When the green superintendent calls in the course conditions each day for the page on the golf website, could they also add if there is to be any spraying of chemicals done that day?
I can look into that. That's a good point.
Okay.
Those are posted at the golf clubs. They do some spraying periodically depending on the weather. Keyword there is spraying. So if the winds pick up, that's canceled for the day, or if they're catching a slow day on the golf course, or they're catching fungicide that popped up overnight or this morning or something like that, the guys are very, very reactive in protecting their turf. So to advertise that up front may be difficult, but yeah, I understand that issue, and that's a good point. They are posted at the golf courses when you show up, though.
Okay. Why does my relative have to pay for a seat if they're golf riding with me in my private cart?
That is, again, a rule and bylaw of the POA.
Okay. Concerning claiming private carts when two PE owners golf together. Two PE owners golf together. Right now, we have to physically be in the private cart we are claiming. Why not allow us to ride in any cart as long as it is in our group?
Go get them, Tom. We.
Bad cop.
How do I answer that? If you're in the same group and there's two private cart owners, and one sits in a POA cart and a person that paid sits in a private cart, they're fine. It's all logistics. It's all, we don't know at the counter who is riding with who and who has, we do know who has a private cart, but they don't volunteer if they brought their cart or not brought their cart. And it's just about communication with them. The other thing that was the rule was if there's only one private cart and one private cart owner, and they take another person takes a POA cart, they do pay a POA seat. I don't think I said that right, but I'm trying to retract my thought here. You have to, when you take a POA cart, you pay for the seat unless there's another opening on a private cart and you're a private cart owner. That's what I'm trying to get across. See, I told you I'd mess that up. If there is a private cart with a seat open on it and another private cart owner is in there, they do not pay for a POA seat.
Okay.
Yeah, that hasn't changed. That question has not changed.
And the next question on here is computer related, so I'm going to put that down. Bunkers, help, please.
I'm sorry?
Bunkers, help, please.
We're trying.
No comment?
Well, it's definitely an issue, and it takes money to repair them. We live on a rock. A lot of the bunkers are damaged through the years, and we don't have the money to go out and renovate bunkers on 8 golf courses right now. And again, the age of the golf courses are starting to show. I think the bunkers at Granada and Isabella being the newer golf courses in the village, and they're, 10, 12 years old now? I think they're in better condition than the DeSoto's and Cortez's and Balboas. And again, it's a money issue. They are in poor shape. I think the guys are doing a lot better job this year in maintaining them on a daily basis. But again, it is an issue. I think we're on top of it, but they're not perfect.
But you're
And I
very
agree.
aware of it, obviously. Okay. Will the course lake fountains be reactivated?
Which ones? Do we know?
Doesn't say.
I know we got one that broke on Cortez. That went down about a week ago. We actually put a new one in the old one. That was those 2 fountains out there are 20 years old. Unfortunately, anything mechanical is going to break. One went down last year. We tried to limp through the year with only one. Johnny didn't like the condition of the lake. Again, it's the irrigation lake. So we purchased a new one this spring. Those are about $5,000 each. And a week after we put the new one in, the old one that's 20 years old broke as well. So we're in the process of either rebuilding that or purchasing a new one since it broke. I don't know of any other fountains that are down right now. Which one?
He's taking a mental note right now.
I'll
what
check
if-
with James on that one.
Pardon me?
I'll check with James on that one.
Okay. I'm going to read one more off of this card because I know a lot of people are asking this, and it may be a Leslie question. What effect will the POA subsidy reduction have on course quality?
On what, course quality?
Course quality.
I'll let Leslie handle that one.
Okay.
I was wondering when she was going to say something.
She's here. I saw her come in.
No, I'll answer that with her.
Okay. You'll answer.
Obviously, it's affecting the bunkers, I'll tell you that.
Oh. So, okay, got it. All right. Are dogs allowed in golf carts during a round of golf?
No, no, no.
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 They pay for a seat, correct.
All right.
We love dogs. We love dogs.
Are there standardized policies regarding size groups, pace of play, how many groups can be linked, etc.? Or is each course manager allowed to set their own policy?
Yeah, repeat that one again. You lost us on the linked.
Are there standardized policies regarding size of groups, pace of play, how many groups can be linked, etc.? Or is each golf course manager allowed to set their own policies on their course?
Well, yeah, all the golf courses have the same policy.
Okay.
So we don't manage each one differently.
Okay.
So linked is that, I'm assuming, is that making lottery tee time requests?
That would be a computer question.
And
so
that's
I'm gonna do
4, I believe, is the max for linked tee times.
that. The
And
next
that's
question.
across all the golf courses.
Okay. The next question is computer, so we're gonna skip that. And this, what authority do marshals have? Are they to enforce pace of play, or just tell you that pace is slow, or they are not given, and are they not given authority over groups that pay the big bucks?
None of the above. No. The marshals have the authority to enforce pace of play. When there's a confrontation, they're supposed to come in, and one of the shop employees will go out and if there's a problem, take care of it. We don't want to put the marshals in a confrontation with our members or our guests. There is no difference if you're a guest or a member on pace of play. We enforce the pace of play. Just remember, we have about 23 to 25 at each golf course, so we're dealing with hundreds of personalities out there, okay? They are volunteers, but they aren't told to enforce the pace of play. And this time of year, the bad part about this is we also get 100 phone calls about ice right now, too. So they're running around the course twice as much as they can, but they are out there. Their main job is to enforce the pace of play.
Okay. This is another good one, so I'm going to read it. Is there any truth to the rumor that an agronomist is going to be added to the village budget?
That'll be answered during the budget process.
Pardon me?
That'll be answered in the budget process.
All right. Sounds like
And that's
Leslie.
upcoming.
There's a question about a lottery system, so I'm going to let that go. Far too often I have witnessed and personally experienced pro shop staff having great difficulty checking in golfers. Okay, that's computer also. These are all computer. Sorry. Are we now part of the Troon Rewards program?
No, we're not part of that program. And we're actually looking at some type of an internal rewards loyalty program that has the Troon model, but the business model and the membership component here in the village does not match up with that Troon Rewards program, unfortunately.
Okay.
And let me expand on that too. The Troon Rewards program obviously is a loyalty program, just like your airlines and hotels and things of that nature, your Kroger's with gas discounts and whatnot. So the more you spend, the more points you get. You get $1 a point with the Troon Rewards program, and after so many points, you get a coupon for free golf. So again, the more you spend, the more coupons that you can collect for complimentary golf. And then each golf course, literally around the world, sets their number of how many coupons it takes to have a free round of golf at that facility. Obviously, Hawaii in January is going to be more than Scottsdale in August. But with that, that's set by each golf course. And the business model we have here with the memberships and the rates and the annuals and the private carts and all that, that doesn't match with that program very well.
Okay, I have a 2-pager with 12 questions, and actually they're all really good questions, but I think they're all something that you need to look at and respond to. I will ask this one. Why doesn't the golf department enforce the dress code we presumably have in the village? I have seen players allowed to play in cutoffs, t-shirts, and flip-flops. Complaints to Pro Shop are usually answered by they are visitors.
I would love to know the complaint and where it's happening, because I can't fix it without it. But our dress code allows t-shirts. It says it right in our thing, you're allowed t-shirts. You have to wear footwear. That's the other one. So flip-flops and t-shirts are allowed in our dress code.
Really?
Yeah. It says it right in the bylaws, t-shirts. The only thing they're told not to do, the men have to have sleeves on their t-shirts. And this, we enforce it at the driving range and on the golf course. So. And denim is allowed also.
So
Denim.
then this is beyond your control, is what you're saying. Well, we have a new ad hoc committee that is reviewing bylaws and governing documents, and our first meeting is next week, Mr. Cummings. So we'll be looking at that.
I actually think that the t-shirt was kept in there for the property owners that were more relaxed and wanted to come out and play with a t-shirt. What we tell all our staff is, if the t-shirt is vulgar, we don't allow them out there. We actually have shirts that we give to people in case they are not dressed well enough. So we do watch it. Now, men are a little different with the ladies, the way they dress, so I can't answer that question.
All right, the rest of this is going to Ray. And these are all actually questions. So, do you want me to go through any more? No? Okay, then I'm going to say thank you to you guys, and you've done a great job. If you would stay out in the foyer for just a few minutes when we're done, in case you all have questions or would like to approach them out there.